But Peter, there's one last question that I want to ask you. I want to start asking everybody this in these to wrap everything out. In my experience in business and in trading and in life in general, your mindset, the way you view the world and what happens to you in that world matters a lot. And that's something you talked about in the Peter Saddington. Help me out here. The
Read me.
read me. Thank you. The
Yep.
it's very important that we have a perspective built on the way that we look at the world, and that we make sure our mindset isn't just something that is emergent from our experiences, but we actually look at it and we think, how do we want to view the world? What's our mindset going to be moving forward? So if I were to wrap out, I want to ask you, if you had one thing you could change everyone's mindset on, be that in cryptocurrency or in general or in business and startups, wherever you want, what would you encourage people to work on in their mindset? Is that,
Positivity. Easy. That's easy.
yep.
Positivity. Your so people one and I love that you asked this question because I'm so passionate about the answer.
Mhm.
Your entire world is determined by this noodle up here, this noggin that you have. Your entire world starts there. And if you wake up with negativity, and you wake up with anything different from positivity, then that shapes your world. I believe in deeply, and I'm a living example of this, in vision casting your future and imagining, using your imagination to pre-build the future. Every single farmer, this is an easy example, and I use it a lot with executives. Every single farmer already knows the outcome of their labor. They wouldn't labor all season planting, seeds and tilling the ground for a variable outcome. They already know the outcome. The outcome is in acres and acres of corn or acres and acres of apples or whatever they're making, right? So we as humans are the only creatures on the planet with the mental faculty of creating a reality before we actually live that reality. And so an example right here is my garage.
Yep.
I built this garage in my mind 3 years before we built the house.
Mhm.
I knew exactly where I wanted to sit at this table. I knew exactly that I want to have a screen here and a screen here, my bench behind me, a bench here, and I wanted to work on race cars, exotic cars, and go-karts. I knew that years before we even built this. So I'm a living example of leveraging my imagination and creativity to creating realities before I actually live them out. Now, why is this important? And also in conjunction with positivity, is that your mindset literally determines your reality.
Yep.
And so if you keep a positive mindset, then everything is open to you. When you have a negative mindset, things become narrow. Your options become more limited. You think more about the risks and the negative things, right? Like, don't do that. Wake up every morning with a can-do, positive attitude and begin creating the worlds in your mind of where you want to be. And trust me, if you keep that in mind, you will end up building what you want.
Yep.
And the reason is because our feet and our hands are merely reacting to what our mind wants. And so every day I meditate on my future. I meditate on what I want to build. I've already envisioned standing at conferences, which I've done many times before, but I already know what it looks like to stand at these large conferences and talk to people about Emirate and talk about CoolSpot and talk about the product that I want to release. I can already see myself in councils and at tables talking to people and executives and leaders about this. I've already imagined all of this. And so because I'm constantly thinking about this future that I want, my hands, my feet, and my mouth generally move in that direction because that's where my mind is locked. And so this is the power of positive thinking. This is the power of projecting your future, is that if you have your future in mind and you keep that in mind all day, what did I think it was Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor.
Roman emperor.
I think he said this. He said something to the effect of, man is what we make it. Right? Your man is what we make of it. Mm-hmm. And what he meant by that, I know I got the quote wrong, but essentially is whatever you think about is what you become, essentially.
Yep.
And it's so true, right? I knew that I wanted to do this. And so I built it and I've created it. My hands and my mouth and my feet began walking that direction. And so that's the power of positive thinking. That's the power of projecting your future. And it works. It works. It's not the secret, that book and thinking about things and suddenly money's going to come. No, you actually have to do the work. For sure. But man, I'll tell you, I come across, Jeb, so many people where the glass is half empty and their life is just crappy. It's like, bro, it's because you built that reality.
You chose it to be that way.
Yeah. You chose that life and you are living that life.